Flames of judgment, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah in the cradle of the desert. Beneath a moon the color of blood, two cities rose like poison flowers, Sodom and Gomorrah. Their streets rang with laughter that masked cruelty, with music that drowned out the cries of the oppressed. The smoke of their wickedness rose to heaven itself, and heaven took notice. On a night heavy with dread, two strangers appeared at the gates of Sodom, radiant, terrible, cloaked as travelers. Lot, a man torn between the city he lived in and the God he still feared, saw them and knew he must act. He bowed low. "My lords," he pleaded, "do not sleep in the square tonight. Come into my house. Wash the dust from your feet. Rest safe under my roof." He did not yet know he was offering bread to angels of judgment. Inside, his wife kneaded dough with trembling hands. His daughters glanced at the door, sensing the storm gathering beyond it. And outside, the men of Sodom began to gather, first a few, then dozens, then a howling mob. Torches hissed. Shadows danced like demons. "Bring out the men who came to you," the mob roared. "We want to know them." Lot stepped into the firelight alone, shielding the door with his body. "Brothers," he begged, "do not do this evil. I have two daughters who have never known a man. Take them instead, but do not touch these guests who stand beneath my roof." The mob laughed, a sound like breaking glass, and surged forward. Then the door opened behind Lot. Two hands of blinding light shot out. "Be struck with blindness," the angels commanded. White fire flashed. Men screamed, clawing at eyes that would never see again. Inside the house, the angels shed their disguise. Their faces burned with the glory of the throne. "Lot," they said, "whom else do you have in this city? Sons? Daughters? Sons-in-law? Gather them. At dawn, the Lord will rain fire on Sodom and Gomorrah. The outcry against them has grown too great." Lot ran into the night, pleading with the young men betrothed to his daughters. But they only mocked him. "Fire from the sky? Go back to bed, old man." Dawn had not yet broken when the angels seized Lot, his wife, and his two daughters by the hand. "Run," they commanded. "Flee to the hills. Do not stop. Do not look back, or you will be swept away." The little family stumbled through the dark streets as the ground began to tremble. Behind them, the sky split open. Fire and sulfur poured down like the wrath of 1,000 suns. Cities exploded. Towers melted. The plain became a furnace. The screams of the unrepentant rose and were silenced forever. Lot's wife, only a few steps behind, could not bear it. She turned, just once, to see the only home she had ever known consumed in holy fire. In that instant, the wind wrapped her like a shroud, and she became a pillar of salt, frozen forever in the act of looking back. Lot and his daughters reached the little city of Zor as the sun rose over a wasteland of ash. Later, hiding in a mountain cave, one daughter whispered, "Father, why were we spared?" Lot looked out over the smoking ruin that had once been a garden of the earth. "Because someone prayed for us," he said. "Because mercy still lingers even when judgment falls. But remember this day. Wickedness devours itself in the end. Hospitality can save a soul. Righteousness is the only road out of the fire. And once the Lord says go forward, never, ever look back." From the ashes of Sodom, a warning echoes across the ages. The Lord is slow to anger, but he will not acquit the guilty forever. Choose this day whom you will serve. Choose quickly. The sky can turn to fire in a single heartbeat. And